for coming to the PayRange booth here. We're happy you're here to kind of see what we've been working on. We're really honored to have received an unprecedented 2 innovation awards this morning from AMOA, and thank you. And we wanted to kind of just recap what we've been building over the last year or so. And a lot of these features have actually been a direct result of customer requests to us. We've listened to the things you've been asking us, and we've kind of come back here and built some really neat features that have kind of captured this show. A lot of the operators who come by have been really impressed by the features that we built over the last year, because it's only been a very short time since they asked us. So without any further ado, I just kind of wanted to kind of just give you real quick kind of a high level on all the different things we've worked with, about a half a dozen really big features. But first and most important is this product that we announced at the show yesterday, which is Bluetooth Smart. And the Bluetooth Smart is a really simple to install device that is also very powerful at the same time. This device has a variety of power supplies built into it, so it can run on 110, 24 volts, 12 volts, even 5 volts. It can run on AC, it can run on DC. And the whole point about this is so it can plug into virtually any machine you have and just work. It can work on serial as well as pulse interface. So it's really easy to install, and I'm going to just show you how to do that real quick. It's about as easy to install as plugging in a thumb drive into a computer, so almost anybody can do it right in their field. So what we're going to first do is turn off this machine here. I have this little harness that I'm going to plug into the device. Open the machine, and we have some Velcro. I'm going to just stick it there and plug the device, the 9-pin harness, into the bill acceptor slot. And then turn the machine back on, and that's it. There's like no tools required. This machine and virtually any machine out there that takes change or bills can now be brought into the digital age and accept mobile payment. To accept mobile payment, it's actually quite easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to launch my app over here. You see my phone? I launch the PayRange app, and it automatically will find the machines that are nearby me. I have the ability to pay any of the machines. If a machine is too far away from me, it will actually not allow me, but it will show me. It will say waiting to enter PayRange. So that photo booth right there is this machine, and it has PayRange in it, but I'm not going to be able to send payment to it because it's a little too far from me. It's going to be in yellow zone until I walk closer. But this machine is right here, and as you see, it says Win-Win Big. It's the name of the machine. It has a picture of the machine right there. And when I want to send payment, all I have to do is take my finger and swipe up, and it activates that machine. The card comes down, and that's all it is. It's a very, very simple way to send payment to the machine. We also have announced a multi-credit feature. So a lot of your machines out there are already capable of doing multi-credit, or some of them may be, but some may not be as well. And with our solution, we can bring that capability to any machine out there. And you just go in there, and I can do 1 game for 50 cents, 3 games for $1, 5 games for $1.25. And the beauty of all of this is this pricing is all configured from the server. It is not configured on the device. As you notice, all I did was plug in the device. I didn't do anything with that device other than plug it in. All the functionality is built right into our server, and we have a patented approach for all of our technology here. In fact, we've got 24 patents pending or issued for the technology that runs all of this stuff. So I'm going to show you how to not only send payment, but how to add funds to our wallet. Our wallet is a pre-funded wallet. It works much the same like a Starbucks app out there. So you, instead of having $1 or 50-cent transactions hit your card, the user just loads $5, $10, $15, $20 into the app, and then they draw down from that. And so what happens is you'll see I only have 93 cents left in my account. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say I want to add $10. I can click that and I can choose any amount, but let's say I'm going to do $10. And in this case, I could use either a credit card, debit card, or Apple Pay. And I'm going to do Apple Pay because it's really convenient. All I do is select that, put my thumbprint on it. It's going to automatically process that transaction. $10 has been added to my account and I got $10.93. It took about 3 seconds to add funds. And that's how quickly your customers can be going and getting and using the system. But it's also how quickly they can keep reloading. So one of the things they have is once they have funds into their account, they're spending that money regardless. They're not likely to leave that location without spending whatever they have added. What this allows you to do is take that customer who might have been only spending $1 into a $5 or a $10 customer, and it's shown to be a dramatic increase. So this whole thing has been designed to be very easy to use and very streamlined. What we also have is the ability to do what we call scan to pay. So in addition to the visual identification of the machines that you see the pictures there, we can also do scan to pay. And what scan to pay does is if you have a bunch of machines that are right next to each other, for example, a line of skee ball, they all look the same. You can't really identify it from the picture. So what we can do is put a scan to pay QR code on the machine, and I can hit the scan to pay button on the app, and I would just scan that QR code, and it would send payment to just that machine. And it would identify that machine specifically. So this is unique to each individual machine. As soon as you scan it, it not only identifies it, but it will send the credit up as well. So it's a simplified user interaction. If the machine has multiple pricing options, like 50 cents, 75 cents, and $1, the user will still be able to select the pricing option that they want to send to that machine. Again, this eliminates the possibility for error when you have multiple machines that are all right next to each other. A lot of people ask about our app, and do people actually download the app when they're in front of a machine? And it's fascinating because over 75% of our users download the app and make a purchase when they're standing right in front of the machine. And so many of you have smartphones out there and you download apps, but what you got to realize that the users of these machines are very sophisticated. That younger generation, they can scan this QR code and download the app and make their first transaction in about 30 seconds. They know how this stuff works, and they're who we are catering to in this business. We're catering to this generation that is trying to use these machines. If you think about our most targeted and frequent customers, they are the younger generation, and yet they're the same generation that's not walking around with quarters and dollar bills in their pocket. And so what we allow is to capture the sales from all of those people. We believe that as an operator, you should be willing to take money in your machine any way the customer wants to pay. Let me say that again. If you've already spent thousands of dollars for these equipment, you buy all these machines and you put them on location, we believe at PayRange you should be willing to take money any way the customer wants to pay. So I'm going to go through this a little bit on the console side as well. And the console side is actually pretty neat because it's also designed to be very easy and intuitive to use. When I come into my console, I'll immediately see a dashboard, and the dashboard has the key stats for all your machines. You can run that from any period to any period, from any date to any date. But what's really interesting is going to be the summary report. The summary report breaks it down by machine. So every machine in your business, you will have a total of sales and activity that actually includes the cash payments as well. So the Bluetooth Smart can connect to your bill acceptor as well as your coin. And it can upload to the server all cash, coin, and mobile transactions. So you have a complete accountability of what's out there and what you expect to be receiving. All of the machines, again, are listed here, and you'll see, what your sales are, how many offers you've run through, on all of the different stats that are there. But what I'm going to go into here today is the device. And in the device list, I'll see all the machines that I have, and I'm going to click on this Win-Win Big machine. And what you'll see here is all the transactions that have occurred on this machine. And I'm going to go to Edit Device. And this is the really cool thing. So some of you that are a little bit more technical, you'll know that some of your machines have different pulse settings. None of that has to be done on the device itself. So if you need 100 milliseconds on, 100 milliseconds off, 200 on, 100 off, 250 on, 50 off, all of that configuration is done through the browser, and it's instantly available on the machine. The second you hit save here, the next person who goes to make a transaction, it is now reflecting the new stats. We also have the ability to do that pricing that I talked about. So if we talk about changing pricing, and dynamic pricing was one of the things that we received our award on, what's fascinating here is that I can change pricing on the fly. So I can say this used to be 1 credit for 50 cents. I can go in any increment. It does not even have to be in quarter increments. I'm going to change this to 80 cents, and then I'm going to change this to $1. I already showed you before, a moment ago, how it was on the, when I just launched the app. I'm going to relaunch the app. And now, when I relaunch the app, bring it back up here. When I come to the machine here, you will now see it reflects 40 cents, 80 cents, and $1. The minute I hit save there, it immediately changes. No one had to go to the box. No one had to update the box. No one had to do anything. You could be in the comfort of your home. You could be on vacation. You can change this. You can change the pricing anytime you want, but it goes even better than that. Let's say that you're not around to change the pricing, but you know that you want to change the pricing. So for example, maybe there's a busy week, or there is it's Super Bowl Sunday, or maybe it's just spring break and you want to change the pricing on your machine. Well, what you can do is come in here and we can create a schedule. And I'm going to call this schedule Happy Hour. You'll see all the credits are there, but I can perhaps even change it to a different amount that I want. It could again be anything that I want. And I can start this schedule on any day, end it on any day, and I can actually start it at any time I want during that day. So I'm going to go in here and on the schedule, put in what days and times that I want it to appear, and that schedule then will apply. Once I hit save, that schedule will apply even if you are not there anymore. So you can set it for any time during the day, during the week. You can say every Sunday I want this, every Monday I want this, and any user that comes back to this is going to see that new pricing. And what's really interesting is that our operators are using this to force, in a way, give people an option to use a mobile app by giving them a lower priced option. And when you have that lower price option, they actually spend more because now they've loaded $5 or $10 into the app. The last thing I'm going to actually show you is our operator mode. Everything that I've kind of showed you here is on the web browser that you've seen, and it's really important to be able to manage your business there. But we also understand that today people are mobile. People are all about. You might want to see how your business is doing while you're on vacation, maybe over the weekend, maybe at night, maybe first thing you wake up in the morning. And what we have done is that if you are an operator and you log into your app with the same credentials that you logged into the web console, it actually gets smart, and I have the ability to run this app in 2 modes, consumer mode and operator mode. The consumer mode is what like everybody else sees. Operator mode is what you will see. And what you'll see in operator mode is a lot of the sales summary that you'll see on the web will be all in your mobile app as well. It will show you how much sales you did in the last 7 days, your projected annual sales, your lifetime sales per device, a lot of key metrics. But you'll also be able to see a dashboard that will see what it is today, what it is tomorrow, this week, this month, the last year. All of that information is available straight in the app. And then the very last feature I'm going to show you was a much requested feature about collections. With collections, you are able to actually start a collection for this machine and timestamp when that operator, route driver was there.